Hello everyone and welcome to Stockology. And the topic of this video is, as you've already read, is why do I think Ola Electric share might fall more? As you already know, the Ola Electric just launched in the previous month of 9th August. So we don't have much of an information about it in general that how its chart worked. But in general we can look at into it. That right now the price of the share is 114.93. It had went up to the 157.40. That was quite a good in its feed, as it was initially listed for 76 rupees. So it was just went double of what it was initial value was. Book value is 14.30 and P/B ratio is 8.25. Not bad in general. That if you don't find the share with the value less than one, even though that was the ideal condition you usually go for. And as you can see, profit and the net revenue and all the thing, profit is down but better than the previous March 2024. And a little bit about the company, and this is an important section as you look here, that the retail in August holding up to 48.73% of the shares which are available of the company, as well as promoter have 36.78, foreign institution 7.64, and mutual fund 5.19. But if you go a little behind in December 2023, you will find a huge chunk of the share of the company is held by the promoter, which was 84.38, and the retailer only had 15.62. So that's quite a jump. And in my opinion, why I think this share is might fall more. First of all, the share was extremely hyped. First of all, before it even came in the market, you can see video of the share, like 1 year before from from this date, and from 6 months, from 8 months, you can see they are hyping the share up a lot. And so that's what the initial hype which caused the share to move so much that it even went beyond its value twice, in double its value. And the second thing which people might have ignored is the company, before this company came into the share market, it already had 2000 crore loss, which is a huge chunk. And the my thought about it is, and by looking at the number in promoter section, is that the promoters who were putting the money in this company for years are now tired. They want their investment back with the profit. So what is the best thing they can do? It's just public the company. That is the best way to generate a money without even like saying that, like, without collecting that much of an attention toward themselves. And retailers were like hungry at that time because they were feeding the information by this media for like more than a year. So they were just waiting to grab the share whatever they can find of the Ola Electric. So that's why its hype went so far that in first few days it also hit its, you can say that, circuits, upper circuits. As a result, the share went bombarding upward, and after that, when the hype was little diminished, it started falling down. As you can say, foreign investors also have invested in 7.64%, which was not that much if you consider with the retail investors. And if you look at the chart, as you already know, we always do the chart first. So if you look at the chart, the line you are seeing there is actually the price at which this share started selling first. This is, and if you convert it into line, because we don't have much of an information for the weeks, there's only a that line, so we will make a line here because that could be a really good scenario for our finding out few like important key positions. So it is our resistance thanks to weeks. Now we'll convert it into days. Here it is. And in days, it is our first resistance. And if we look a little close, we can find this one as well. It went up, take a little dip. This is one. And as you can see in chart analysis, there is a concept which called higher high and lower lows. Okay, higher high concept is applied in a trend when the share is going up, where the high point of the next like bump, like the next mountain which we found usually, is higher than the previous one. So it shows a line of going up. Like in this case, this one here, this and this, you can see this one is higher than this one. And there is also a concept of lower lows, which means this one is lower than this one is lower than this one, which shows the condition of falling of the share. First of all, for general introduction about it, if you don't know about it. And there were multiple points. You can see here there are so many highs and so many lows in just few days, so it is kind of a weird understanding in that scenario. Okay, a general introduction I have given all to you that. Okay, now if you make a trend line either from the top to bottom, you can say easily it is basically falling, first of all. And the only support at this point, according to you, the lines which I've made, is this one. And if you expand it a little, you will find this one. This happened because of the people after getting two circuit. This happened, and after that people started selling, so it made a little bit dip there. But if you look generally, as you already know, I usually don't take the days resistance support that much attention. So if you neglect this one, the only good support you can find here is this starting point where this share started selling, which is a really bad situation right now, as the price of the share is one at 14.93 and it has already fell from 157 to this. So there is, and it is also following the lower lows, lower highs condition. So there is extreme possibility that this share will fall more or might even hit is starting point. That means starting point means starting price, which is a bummer for many investors, basically retained investors, because as far as I can see, promoters are already happy. They got their money back thanks to the hype. And right now the share is moving on the hype, first of all, in my personal opinion. As much as goes up or down is all depends upon the retail investor at this point. If there is no any internal movement in the company itself, other than that there is no backbone to it which you can rely on, in my personal opinion. Other than that, there are multiple channels who are going to say a lot of things, that the share will go up, it's going to hit like 250 or anything. But in the end, as you can see, the amount of share investment in diversification has changed. First is with all promoters who were pushing the money in it. Now it's the retail investors who are putting the most amount of money, and retail investor want their investment to get them a profit. And if you're my side, like I do, like swing trading, I want a profit in like few days. I'm not going to hold my share for like years unless there is a really good share or something. Unless I didn't hit my stop loss. That's another story at all. So that a little bit of information I've just provided to you about the share of Ola Electric Mobility, and hope you like it and get some information out of it. Thank you for watching Stockology.